Hi guys, this is Grace T's Bag and Souvenir Online Training. If you are my YouTube channel, kindly please subscribe, share and like. Now we'll be doing this bag. You can see this is beautiful. We'll be making this beautiful bag. Look at the inner, and it has the inner pocket too. It has inner pocket too. So we'll be making this. Please kindly please subscribe, share and also like my video. Please like my video, subscribe, share and like my video. Thank you. Measurements 6 by 11, two piece of the made fabric, then 3 piece of lining. This is 6 by 11, 6 by 11. Then we have another lining 7 by 9, just one piece. 7 by 9, one piece. 7 by 9, one. Then 3 by 2, 3 by 21 and a half, one piece of the main fabric, one piece of lining. 3 by 21 and a half, one piece of the main lining, one piece of the main fabric, one piece of lining. 3, another one, 3 by 25, just one piece, original fabric, one piece. Then we have zip of 7 inches, the zip of 8 inches, zip of 13 inches. So those are the measurement that we'll be using. Those are the measurement that we'll be using right away. So for the pattern, I have the pattern. This is the pattern that we are going to use, but let me just give you the measurement, how to cut the pattern. So I'll be using this as the pattern, which is 6 by 11, the same measurement with the main fabric. So what you are going to do here, at this place, I will measure 1 inch, just 1 inch. This is my 1 inch. So from the 1 inch here, just give it a slant to the top, to the edge here. This is the 1 inch. Just give it a slant it. Just slant it down. You can see to this place. Okay. So here, from this edge up, I'll measure another 1 inch. This is the 1 inch, and from here to this place, I'll measure 1 inch again. So from this angle, I'm going to measure just half an inch. This is half an inch. So you can see how it goes. So from the half an inch, from your 1 inch here, just slant it to the half an inch there and to the 1 inch here. You can see that's how it goes to the 1 inch here. That's how it goes. Okay, I'm just going to fold it into equals to. I'll fold it into equals to. Make sure it's equal. Make sure it's equal to get the center. So once I get the center here, I'm just going to measure half inch. This is the half, as you can see. So let me just fold it back. Then from the half, we'll measure here to this place. Join the mark together. So this is what we are using. Then I'll cut it out. I'll just cut it out as simple as ABC. Very simple, you can see. Then to the top, like this. Then cut the space too. Okay, very simple. So this is our pattern. This is our pattern. So all we need to do, you can see the same thing. So all I need to do is just to take the main fabric. Then I'm just going to put the pattern there. I'll trace it out and I'll cut. So that's how I'm going to cut for the 2 lining. No, we cut 3 lining, but I'll cut 2 lining and then the 2 main fabric. So I'm just going to place it on it and then cut it out. So I've used it to cut everything out. So 2 fabric, 2 lining. You can see. So before we go to the sewing machine, I'm just going to give my bag some design. So it's not necessary if you want to do your own, you can do it. But I'll be giving it some design. So I'd just like to do that before taking it to the machine. I'll just giving it some design. So this is the one that has that. I just want to use it to design the back. So this is the design I make. This design I make. So now let's go to the sewing. Let's go to the sewing of the back. So firstly, I'll take one of the lining. I'll fold it into 2 here. I'll fold it into 2. So I'm just going to measure 1.5 inch. 1.5 inch. So I'll cut it out. cutting it out, I'll take the zip of 8 inches. The zip of 8 inches, we have added this place, you can see. So I'm just going to sew it. The reason why I don't show the sewing is because it's optional. It's inner pockets and it's optional. So after sewing that, so we'll take one of the line that is 11, 6 by 11, just use it. Then I'll sew it round. You can see how I sew it. So I'm going to sew it round. It's optional, so that is why I don't show much about it. It's optional. It's inner pockets, so it's optional. After sewing it, I'll just have to put this to trim it and make sure that it's the same size of this, or you use your pattern to trim it out. So I'll just use the pattern to trace it out. So I'm going to cut it. So after trimming it out, I'll cut it. So it must be the same thing. You see, the same thing. So after we are done with this, I'll set it aside. So I'll take the lining of 7 by 9. The lining of 7 by 9 here. Here, I'll measure 2 inches, or let's measure 1.5. 1.5. Measure 1.5, and then from this place to this place, I'll measure 1 inch, and also this place, I'll measure 1 inch. So what I'll just do, this is the 1.5, I'll roll it. Then 1 inch here. Just roll it like 1 inch. Then here, from the 1 inch here, you can just measure like half inch. Half like that. This is the half. So in between this, you can just measure, just give it a roll. Roll it in between. Roll it in between. You can see, you roll it in between. So I'm going to take the back panel. The back panel, and even this is optional. The back pocket too is optional. So take the back panel. I'm just going to notch it. This is it. Then this one too, I'll notch it. So here, this place, I'll just measure 1 inch. The center, measure 1 inch. 1 inch is okay. So you are going to put this here, this one, this place. Make sure it starts here at the 1 inch here. Then make sure the line fall at the 1 inch here. Or like look at it. This is the line. Let it fall at the 1 inch here. 1 inch here. You can see. Then you sew it. You sew. By the way it starts. So you sew. Make sure it falls at the center. So after sewing it, you have to cut it. You know how we used to cut it? So then you cut it. Cut it like that. So after cutting it, just put it inside. Then you take the zip of 7 inch, put the zip head, then you fix it. You sew it round. After sewing this, so you take this, let's see, so you sew it around. So after sewing it round, just try to trim the excess lining. Now the two panel is ready, so I'm going to take the side. I'm going to take the side, which I measure 3 by 21.5. So I'm going to face the side. I'm going to face the side. I'm facing it round this way and this way. And so before we face the side, we are going to cut it. We just fold it this way. Let me fold it here like this so you can see. I'm going to fold this into two. Into two like this. So then I'll measure 1 inch. 1 inch. 1 inch like this. And also measure 1 inch here. Okay, so from the 1 inch, I'll measure here, I'll measure 4 inches. And also 4 inches here. So from the 1 inch here, I'll slant it to the 4 inches like this. And the same thing applicable here. From the 1 inch, I'll slant it to the 4 inches like this. So I'll cut it out. That way, and also cut this piece. So this is it. Then we'll face it, face this side, we'll face it round. So I'll take the second panel, which is the back panel, and here if you want to get the center, don't let me just do it on my own maybe professional way. It's very easy. Just make sure you notch the center of your bag. Notch the center of your bag so that it will be easy for you. Don't just assume that you do it the way I'm doing it. Notch the center. That's how to get the center to make your bag accurate, or to make it straight so that it will not go and bend. So just make sure you notch the center of your bag anytime you are sewing. It will be easy for you. It will make things easy for you. So like this, I'm supposed to have notched it, but it's all the same. I can still do that by notching it. Okay, so all you need to do is put the center together, especially for the amateur. Put it together. Put it together this way. Then look for a pin or anything that you can hold it properly. So by doing this, if there is any mistake, you will have known before sewing. You will have known. If there is any mistake, you will have known before sewing. You can see. So I'm just going to go ahead and sew. I'm just going to sew it. So after sewing it, just try and notch the center here. This place, notch the center, and also here, notch the center. Then we'll set this aside. So I'll just take the lining, so I'll sew it the same way I sewed the back. I'll sew the lining, and don't forget I'm going to cut this place too, the same thing we did for the main body. So I'll just sew the lining. So I'll sew the lining, then before this I'm going to sew the handle. I'm going to sew this handle. This is the handle. So just this way, anyhow you want your handle. So sew it like 3, or fold it like 1, 2. Take and work it. So I'm just going to sew it both sides. I'll sew it both sides. So after I've done sewing the handle and zip, now we'll take our zip of 13 inches, then the main body. So what you are going to do, I'm going to open it up, then notch the center, take one part, notch the center. After notching the center, then locate the center of this one. Locate the center. If you have not notched the center, you can as well notch the center too. Notch the center. And also the other side. Notch the center too. The center is notched. So we take our zip, let the right side face each other. The right side of the zip, let it face each other like this. Then you sew. And when you want to sew, you start your sewing from the edges here, this joining here. This is where you start your sewing to the other one, to the other joining here. That's why we start our sewing. So you stop here, you stop at the joining here. Like this. So the same thing you will do here, not the center of the zip, and do the same thing we did, you do it there. Now, after sewing the zip, we take our handle. We are going to sew it here. Sew our handle here. Make sure you sew it at the center. Then take it the second one, and then you sew. So, yeah. So the next thing we are going to do is to take our lining, then we sew. So before that, if you have anything you want to use to pad this bag, because this is jean materials, but if you want to pad it, you can pad it. Because I was thinking of padding it so that it will make it, it will be strong enough. At least it can be able to stand on its own like this. Though it will stand when they put some things inside. But if you want to pad it, so this is the best time for you to pad your bag if you want to pad it. But if you are not, so you can just go ahead and put your bag inside the lining this way. Enough. So you put it inside. Once you put it inside, make sure all this thing fall inside like this. So we are going to sew it round. We are going to sew it round. And then let's not forget, I'm supposed to leave space here. I'm supposed to leave space here, not so for the turning. But I will just remove some thread here. I will remove some thread here to be able to turn it out. So means I will just sew it round. And when sew, you don't sew on this one. Let this go inside too. I mean your zip, let it go inside. So this is how you are going to sew. This is how you are going to sew. This is how you are going to sew it round. So I sew it round. So I just have to open up this space to be able to turn it out. So which is the mistake I made earlier, that I sew everything. So I'll just be able I'll open it up a little. You don't need to cut your line, just look for thread. You want to look for thread, draw the thread to open this way. So I'll just open it out. You don't have to turn it out. So you can see that our bag is, the shape is coming out already, you can see. So we're now going to fix our zip head. We're going to fix our zip head. So before then, if you feel like top stitching this piece, you can just do it, top stitch it, round. You can see, top stitch it round. So I'll just go ahead and top stitch. Now after sewing, just make sure you remove all the zip, the thread of your bag, so it's used to make bag neat. So before then, you just face the zip head. Face the zip head. You can use two zip head, and you can use one. So anyhow you want it, you can do it anyhow you want. Well, I'll be using one of it. So this is how I'll do it. I'll zip it out. I'll first zip it out like this. So I'll now refill this. I'll put it back. So anyhow you want it to face, because this one is facing this face. So I'll make it to face that space too. So like this, I think I'm okay. Now, what we are going to do here is just to put stopper. We'll put stopper here. You all know how to fix stopper, anyhow you want your stopper to be. So we are going to put stopper. We are going to put stopper here, and if you don't want to put stopper, you can just sew it, because we are still going to put it inside. We're still going to put it inside, but you cannot leave it like this because it can zip out. So use anything to stop it, then you put it inside, and stop this one too, and you put it inside. Okay, so I just look for the piece of clothes. So I'm going to sew it like a stopper. Even if they bring it out or take it in, it will still be okay. So I'll use it as stopper for it. Just use it like a stopper for it. sew it. This I'll sew it. So now that I've finished sewing the stopper, that's it. You can as well use the back this way, or you can just put it inside. You can put it inside this space. You can see, you can put it inside. So anyhow you want it, you can do it. You want to put it inside, you can put it inside. You want to use it like that, you can use it like that. So anyhow you want it. So if there is any, so it will not zip out. There is no how you can zip out. There is no how you can zip out. You can just put it like this, you can see. And if you want to take it out, it's still very okay, like this. Anyhow you want it. So this is our bag. Our bag, you can see our bag, the inner zip, you see. So I'm just going to leave it like this. You want to, in very neat job, always trim your zip, your thread, zip it, trim it properly.